Good evening. I've come over the boat tonight, it's Saturday night, and I'm going to go out and do a little bit of soul fishing, and the rig I'm going to use is just really a free hook, like a flapper rig really, one hook down, a flat lead on there, and very small hooks. I'm going for sole tonight, and these are the little baby hooks. They've only got small mouth soles, so I'm going to try. I'd like to say that I made these all up myself, but the truth be known, they come from a local tackle shop just down the road. But yeah, it's just easier to get them set up. So I'm going to use one of my lure rods tonight, and I'm going to use an uptide rod, and I'm going to fish that with a breakaway. So I've just got like a 4-ounce breakaway lead here, and I'm going to uptide with this, and then I'm just going to use my lure rod and see if there's some of these soles about. I know they've been catching quite a few in the nets. It's about 7:20 now, so I'm going to go round, pick a friend up, and then I'm going to get the 8 o'clock lock out and fish till about 11. I think it's slack water about 11:10, so hopefully be in, and obviously I'll be using the radar tonight. I'm literally coming out of the marina and just going round the corner and fishing against that wall there. I'll only be, you know, casting distance from the beach, but that's where they've been having them. All right, let's get the engine down and we'll get round there. Got to pick my friend up, Steve, on the way. Right, so I'm just coming round. Skip's up the front doing a Cape Winslet bit. So I've just radioed through, they're going to open the north up. I keep forgetting to do that now I'm round this side. Yeah, the north will go up, then I'll go and pick Steve up, and it's 7:25. We'll be in the 8 o'clock lock. Well, we just got in the lock, and we've got a problem with the deck light, so Steve's trying to do an onboard repair, but hopefully it won't hinder the night. So we're all set up. I've got my uptide rod here, and I'm going to use one of my lure rods. Steve's got a Kanzaki there and another lure rod, and we've got 50 fresh worms, and I've got some salted lug that I made up last year. I did a video on that, so I'm going to try some of that as well. Well, that looks a bit better, a bit brighter, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll just waiting for the lock to turn. There was loads of mackerel running about in here earlier, so as soon as you get the camera out to try and film them, you can't see them anymore. But yeah, we're just waiting. So we're 10 to 8 now. It's just starting to get dark, so hopefully we should have a good night. We'll be back in by 11, so hopefully we'll hit a few soles. So let's see what happens. Right, we just pulled up out here now. Literally, we're just outside the harbour arm here. I'll try and get something. There's a couple of lads on the beach fishing. We had a bit of problems with our with the GPS. We weren't getting no GPS signal. We thought we were going to have to turn around and come back in, but we've got it all sorted now. I did a software update, and I don't know what's happened with it, but and the light's working now, so we get our rig set up, and I'll show you how we bait up, and we'll go from there. Right, well, I've just baited this up, so as you can see, only little hooks, but you just, like, one worm will do the 3 hooks. You don't want a big bait on there, so I've got 3 on here. It's a bit awkward to see, so I'm going to flick this one up tide. I think the anchor's set now, but we're literally, like, you know, 800 foot off the beach. I'll put this one round the front, I think. Yeah, as I say, I don't think it's going to be a rip riding session, you know. It's just a gentle bit of soul fishing. Haven't done this for years, and so we'll just have a see. It's a little bit hard to see the rods at the minute, so I'm going to try and move this one down so I can see it, but we'll just see how we get on. Well, it's not the monster of the deep, but it's a fish. I think it's a baby little place, but it is quite hard work doing this night fishing. We're not really that geared up for it, so it's sort of suck it and see, but there you go. At least I've had a fish. Right, well, as I say, it's no monster, but it is a sole. Let's see if you can see it. there, only a baby, but that's what we came out for. I don't know if you can get a photo of that. Right, so I just had a really small sole. Can't really see, I'll be honest with you, exactly what I'm doing here. It's a bit of a learning curve, this night fishing, but had it on the bottom hook. But you really only want a little bit of lug on there, but that's with the breakaway. We're drifting really funny at the minute. We're only in like 12 foot of water, but hopefully now we might start to see some fish. Yeah, so we've just come into the lock now, and it was a bit airy coming in, never really been out in the dark as such, been caught out in the fog a few times, but the camera in there that we've just got a car reversing camera, and it's a sort of bit of a lifesaver. When we put the light on at the front there, you can see the visual of the lock coming in, the sides of the gate and that. It was pretty good, but it's been a bit of a learning curve, and me and my mate Steve went out. Dogs are loving it, but yeah, it was worth a try. But I think that we need to get a few things different, you know, headlamp on so we can see, or some different lighting on here, or even a tip light on the rods. But yeah, we had a go. Only one sole, but there you go. Yeah, hi, I've just come back over the boat this morning to check. It was a bit of a learning experience. Didn't really like, I must admit, didn't really like the dark. It was a bit scary coming in and out. I'm glad I had a friend with me, but yeah, I think it's something that I need to polish up on. There's a few things I need to change. Fishing at night, couldn't really see my rods, whether I need a tip light on there or a headlight. I think the lighting on the boat's pretty good, but it was just a bit awkward, and I think you need to hold that rod. As I said, I've done quite a bit of sole fishing on the beach, but never really done anything on the boat. But yeah, there's a few things I need to change, but it was good. We actually followed our trail coming back in. As I said, we were only a few 100 yards away from the marina. So when we come round the corner, there is actually a white light that shines, which guides you through the channel into the marina. So if that light goes green, then obviously you're too far over to your starboard, and then you need to move back in, and then the light will go white again. And then if the light goes red, obviously you're too far over to your port side, so you just need to adjust. And then once you get down onto the bend where the lock is over there, then you don't need that light. Then you've got your starboard and port lights that you can see, but you can see the actual mouth of the lock gates. And then when we got into the lock, it was all quite bright, and coming round onto the berth, it was fine. As I said, I have got a spotlight on the front there that I do use, but sometimes you get a bit of a glare from it. But yeah, all in all, it was all okay. But I think I need to go out and practice a little bit in the dark, not necessarily fishing, but just to familiarise myself a little bit with it all. Distances all seem different in the dark, so it's just confidence. It's the same as anything. The more you do it, the more confident you'll get. So I intend on doing a few sort of little boat trips at night, whether I'm just going out the lock, going out a couple of miles, turning around and coming back in. It'll just, the more you do it, the more confidence I'll get, I'm sure. But I hope you're enjoying Manic Mondays. Don't forget 6:15 every week. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, it wasn't a fish fest, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I did get the target species, even though it was just a baby, but it is what it is. It's only fishing. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy Manic Mondays.